Greetings, Cancer warriors, friends and family. Jilly Bean here, coming at you live in Tower 6, Diamond Head, room 662, up on the cardiac unit. And I'm finally able to shoot a video, a vlog for my cancer vlog, because as you can hear, my voice is back. It's not perfect, but this is definitely the most sound I've been able to make in over a week. The whispering, before it was just whispering like this. And apparently the ENT doctor finally came and said that, let me set this down here. Your vocal cords, apparently, they're not damaged, but apparently he was having me say ee. And apparently when you do that, your vocal cords somehow flap together. But I guess mine are flapping only a small amount, and there's a big deviation, a hole in the septum somehow. So anyway, it should resolve itself with speech therapy. I'm not sure why it's been gone for a whole week. Kind of waxed and waned a few times. It's back. Knock on wood. I've been having. Let me show you the room here. It's pretty nice up here. I've officially stayed on every single unit of Queen's Punchbowl now more than once, except for the maternity ward. I've covered them all. And the staff up here is amazing. I'm trying to log down people's names so when I do the survey later, because it gets confusing. There's, I don't even know, probably 100 people on my team. Different physical therapy comes, occupational therapy, the lab, the nurses, the doctors, they're all piling in. My guests, all my wonderful friends and family that are coming. I love every one of you and appreciate you. And thank you for all the pep talks and bringing me coconut water and books and cards and fresh pajamas and you name it, yogurt, all kind of wonderful things helping me. And the helipad is right here outside my window, so it's, can you see? You can't really see it. It's crazy out there. The first time, excuse me. Oh, ow, ow. Excuse me. The first time, excuse me, the helicopter came, the whole building was shaking. It's very loud, and I thought, I'm on a lot of pain meds and antibiotics and such, and I thought maybe the building was coming down. I was in a deep sleep. It's scary. It's apparently out there somewhere, but it's okay. Hopefully they're okay, because if you're riding in the ambulance, that's serious business. So I think I might have cheated death again for, I don't know, the 10th or 11th time. I'm doing much better. I had my second heart surgery, and first they drained 1.5 liters out of my lung. They punctured the back of my lung. I just leaned over the table and they punctured it. Then they took 650 cc's out of my pericardium, and that was in the OR, but I was awake for both of those. But that's good. I had the drainage bag for a week. That's gone. Now I have this chest tube in that I don't know, can you see it? There it is on the floor. So I'm gonna wear that for about a week. It goes in here to my heart. The positive note is they were talking about breaking my ribs to get in there, but luckily my breast implants are in the way. Thank you, cancer. And so instead they went from underneath the xiphoid process, and also did not have to puncture the xiphoid process. That's still intact. So that should be better recovery. Also, I mentioned my voice is coming back. I'm still on 5 different antibiotics and round-the-clock pain medicine and 9 million pills, but it's working itself out. You can see I'm up in the chair. They were trying to take me to hospice, and I refused to die, so I told them, beat it. And I've been using the walker with help and oxygen and my pain medication. I could kind of walk around a short distance, and they're gonna want me to go to a rehabilitation center, nursing home for a few weeks when I do get out of here. And I just need to learn to do things for myself again. So I'm really trying in here, and again, the pain medicine it's huge. So I've been getting in and out of bed. That's positive. You notice I don't any longer have my huge oxygen mask. I got this small nasal cannula, another improvement. Once I get this chest tube out in about a week or so, then they'll puncture my lung again 2 or maybe 3 more times to get all the fluid out. Apparently, they can only take the 1.5 liters because it would have ended up collapsing my lung if they took too much, and the lungs would stick together, and you can't have that. So anyway, once a chest tube comes out in about a week, we'll puncture the lung again 1 or 2 more times. Again, go into the back and drain it, and possibly send me home with, I hate to use the word colostomy bag because it's not a colostomy bag, but it will be a bag attached to my lung that will continue to drain the fluid. They said just because they're taking all this fluid, it may or may not come back. And I've had the pancreas bag before, which almost killed me a couple of times. That 2 of those got infected, and the 3rd one they left open and had to repack. That was many years ago. And so I kind of told them I'd rather not have a bag attached to my lung. That's an accident waiting to happen. It's too much infection risk and gross. I mean, who wants to walk around with a bag of nasty fluid coming out of my lung? It's gross. Anyway, so I told them since every 3 to 4 months, 5 months, I go get a CT, CAT scan, PET scan, MRI, the brain and body, everything, the works. Perhaps I need to go every 2 months now and moving forward, because what had happened was on my last scans, I already was starting to get cardiac tamponade again. I had it before in 2017 where they withdrew 350 cc's, and a person of my size should have 20 to 25, give or take. And it was 250 then, and it was an emergency, or excuse me, 350, and it was an emergency. And I didn't want them to have to do that because I was starting chemo for the first time. It was 2017. And they pretty much said, if we don't do this now, you're gonna die, it's an emergency. So I went home, got my hospital bag, because I'm always here forever, and I checked myself back in. Well, now, I've been complaining about this shortness of breath, as many of you know, since Thanksgiving. Everywhere I go, you see me, I walk up a flight of steps and I'm gasping. So anyway, they threw the inhalers at me, refused to give me the oxygen because American healthcare, is the pits. Anyway, I'm not sick enough. So finally, I argue and fight, and have 4 trips to the pulmonologist and 4 co-payments, and I'm begging, let me pay for the oxygen out of pocket. Finally, I get tested and flunk the test that night. I'm allowed to get the machine and wear it at night. And I said, great. I've been telling you this for months. What about during the day though? Because I should not be able to have a hard time walking across the Target parking lot without being out of breath and having to sit down. It's not normal, something's wrong. So the scans show that I have minuscule amounts of extra cardiac pericardial fluid. I beg for them to withdraw it because I can't breathe, my legs are swollen, on and on and on, all the symptoms. You could Google it. This will be a 2-hour video if I go over everything, but I just said, look, I have this, it's starting, please do it. They wouldn't do it. Fast forward 2 months later, now I'm having an emergency. Now I'm at 650, and it's amazing. I didn't die on the spot. It's so miracle again, another miracle again. I've almost died like 12 times now in my life. God, it totally has me in his radar. So they drained it. And again, now finally my surgery I had yesterday was after a week of that drain, they had to cut a 3x2, about that size, hole in my pericardial sac because I'm still draining. And this way, extra fluid will go throughout my body and hopefully get absorbed versus hanging out in the pericardium and causing tamponade again. And this should hopefully solve the problem. I'll wear this chest tube a week or so, then we could go back and start up with redraining the lungs again. And so I'm going to be here for a while still, but I'm moving in the right direction. I'm able to use the walker, and for a slow distance, my oxygen's been decreased. I no longer have the big mask. My appetite that was gone, I'm back on food. I have appetite again. It was a liquid diet. I'm back to regular food, and honestly, I've only been eating poi, mashed potatoes and gravy, hot tea with honey and lemon, fruits, spinach salad, beef broth, a popsicle, like that's it. Fish, I could eat fish now. Every meat was hard. I tried to eat meat once a day for the protein, and scrambled egg, hard and dry. Cereal soaked for an hour, hard and dry. A cracker and a soup, hard and dry. I can't do it. It's all making me feel bad. And it's hard and dry and bitter, and I have way too many medicines going in, and I don't know if you can see them, just round the clock. I mean, look at my arm. I've had so many IVs, and I mean, I don't even know how many I had, so many in my hand, and they finally got permission to use my chemo port, so I can get some stuff there, and then almost all my numbers are too high or too low. There's a few normal things. My blood pressure was 70/50, like ridiculous, or 180/90. I'm just like, what is happening? And then, they're trying to feed me Yoplait, which had 20 grams of sugar. And I said, hey, I wouldn't eat that at home. I'm certainly not eating it here. And it was so sweet and disgusting. And I said, no. So my friends brought me Greek yogurt, which is agreeing with me. And I like the sour. And since I'm on this cardiac diet, I'm not allowed to eat my favorite foods of kimchi, hummus, and pickles. And I'm not allowed to have cottage cheese. Like, it's just weird. And the stuff that agrees with me, I have tofu, and I'm not really supposed to eat that because the estrogen I have HER positive, BRCA negative cancer. It's a big mess. Dr. Paulai, my oncologist, said I could eat it in here because it's working for me, and at least I'm eating, and I'm not gonna eat that much of it in here, so I'm kind of enjoying that, and mostly the poi and the mashed potatoes and the tea. And anyway, my whole system just running out. It's not good. So I think the yogurt is helping a little bit, but all these pills, and I have a calcium or a magnesium. I keep mixing it up. One pill that's literally that big, and even to cut it in half, both halves are bigger than a fingernail. So I choked on it and literally put my hand on my neck, did the universal sign. With the other hand, I'm feverishly, frantically pushing for the nursing button. And thank God, again, watching me, I spit up something, and I told them, we're either gonna find the pill on the floor or the bed, or I swallowed it, I don't know. And I think what happened was, it's one of those kind of loose pills that as soon as a liquid hits it, you can kind of taste it, and it breaks up, and it's disgusting. And I had a half, and it was just enough where I kind of did a little, and it dislodged it in the wrong place, basically. And there I was in bed, panicking and choking, and I thought, wow, this is some crap. After all this, 14 years of cancer and having these major episodes and cheating death over 12 times, and I'm gonna choke on a stinking pill because my electrolytes are off. Oh, hell no. No. So I got mad, and the pill came out, and I was two-fisting water and pouring it all over myself. It wasn't going in my mouth. The pill came out. Thank you, Jesus. Then the next time I have to take it again. I'm still low. So I said, please, could you stand here and watch me take it? I'm scared to choke and die. Well, I tried it cut. I've tried it not cut. The same thing happens. And they said, we'll mash it up and put it in a drink. Okay. It was so disgusting. I took one drink, and immediately I'm going to throw up. I'm sick. I'm dizzy. I'm nauseous. I can't do that. It's awful. So now I'm like, what else? The last option is put it in your IV, but it really burns, and most patients cannot tolerate the pain. Well, I said, okay, I've had a lot of bad pain, and I think I'm stronger than most people. I'll do that. I'll take that because I'm scared to choke. Now I'm having anxiety. I can't sleep. I wake up in the night thinking I'm choking, and I was so dry, and I'm choking on the no saliva. It's just a mess. So I'll take the IV. All right, so they hook up the IV. It's supposed to be an hour, running slow, so it doesn't burn as much. Folks, I tapped out in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I was on the clock watching and frantically pushing the button for the nurse and wincing, and screaming. Make it stop, help me, please make it stop. It was so bad. It felt like somebody had taken my arm and just twisted it like the way you're wringing on a mop. That's what it felt like. and also that it was on fire at the same time, on fire. And a friend of mine who is allergic to shellfish and iodine and all that sort of thing told me that's how he feels with that, was having an allergic reaction. So now I'm hysterical because I said, my God, I got to do this every day. How am I going to take this stupid thing? What? And then, I don't know what took so long, but they gave me a cup of applesauce and cut it up. And now I put it on applesauce and I just pile in a bunch of applesauce in my mouth. I shovel it in and swallow it and it goes right down. Crisis averted. Then I drink, and I do that with all 4 of the pieces, and thank you God it works. But it was terrifying. I'm not choking on a silly pill when I'm in here fighting for my life. It's ridiculous. So thank God, crisis averted again, another positivity. So I share all these stories with you for my cancer blog because many of you are in a similar situation to me, and I like to make helpful information that maybe a lot of times there's fear of the unknown, right? And I was terrified when I first had cancer, and I would watch other people's videos and they would reach out to me and talk with me and share their stories. And then it wasn't so scary because you don't have the fear of the unknown anymore. So I try to give back and hopefully help you if you're in this similar situation to get some hints. I don't want you to have your arm burned off from the darn pill. Like if you see that giant pill, again, I apologize. I keep interchanging them for some reason. It's either calcium or magnesium, but you'll know it. It's huge. It's big and white and huge. And honest to God, like if you look at my finger, the first like part of the finger when it bends, that it's just that big. Is no joke, no exaggeration. You'll know it. You'll see it, and you'll reflect on this and say, you know what? Cut it in half and give me the applesauce. That's the best bet. Trust me. Yeah, and anyway, so that's a helpful tip, hopefully. The other thing, I was getting so completely dried out in here that they have that humidifier hooked up to my, can you see it there? You can hear it bubbling. And I'm not 100% sure if it's doing anything, but I think I'm getting some moisture. And this coconut water that everybody's bringing me is truthfully a godsend. I don't know where you live in the world. In Hawaii, we have this flowing freely, and it's a miracle. I mean, it gets my electrolytes up. There's protein. It's hydrating. I mean, I keep it on my bedside all night, except when I'm NPO and before surgery. I'm not allowed to eat again, of course, and then I'm back on liquid diet, and I'm advanced again. So that's helpful. Coconut water. The other thing is, I was getting my neck really kinked up, and I found a way to adjust the pillows so there's 2 of them, and the lower one rests ever so slightly on top of the other one. I'll make a separate video about that too. That saved my neck. I was getting so kinked up and crippled, and I also am wearing my own pajamas because if you've ever had a long stay in the hospital, when you're laying on all the chucks, the pads and all the sheets, they bunch up under your skin, and it gets so broken down and irritated. It really hurts very bad, and to the point where if they slide you up, it's almost bleeding. It's awful. And you're in pajamas. It doesn't matter what's bunched up behind you. If you're laying on cords or wires, you got this soft barrier versus the hospital gown is open in the back, and you're just laying on. I got wires coming out everywhere. Look at all this crap. They take some away and give me more. I mean, they're coming out of everywhere. Wear your own top and pants if you can, because even your skin touching in the bed, your legs, and it's hot. And trust me, this is a godsend to have the pajamas. The coconut water is a godsend. I have this little bag if you got to wear these heavy things. This battery, this heart battery, it probably weighs a good 5-10 pounds. You can put this around your neck like a necklace, and then otherwise it's rubbing all over the chest tube and the incisions. Going to pull it out. It's heavy, it's hard, and it's awful. But this little bag is good. Or you can also wrap it around your neck. You can stick it in your pocket. There's some tricks for that too. And I better log off. I don't want this to be a 6-hour video. I'll communicate some more helpful tips. But I just wanted to get a video out there to let you all know I love you and thank you for your support. And really just hold on, because I came close to death again, and I wasn't sure. I mean, I laid in bed for 2 nights beforehand thinking I was going to die, and I called the physician exchange, and the doctor there wasn't helpful. He told me to use the heating pad and Tylenol, and I was so convinced I was dying because I had the death rattle and a headache that I have twice a year. It wouldn't go away for a week, and diarrhea for a few days, and I lost my appetite. That never happens. That's a sign of the end. The cats would not leave my side. I was kicking them all over the place. I was coughing so hard. I was breaking ribs. And I have pneumonia. I have a broken foot. I have so much going on. This hole in my septum. I thought this is it for sure. 14 years of cancer and 9 years of chemo in stage 4. This is it. And I was so overwhelmed. I didn't even think to call and come here. And finally, after 2 days of sleeping and think I'd bounce back, and I did not. I normally do. I couldn't even wash myself or eat or drink or feed my pets. It was bad. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna die at home. And I kind of was okay with it. I didn't want it, but I was okay. Surrounded by my animals. Well, then I woke up again on Saturday morning, this past Saturday, 2 weeks ago, and I was praying, of course, but I said, Lord, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Everything hurt. I couldn't stand it anymore. And I said, you know what? Then it hit me. The emergency room, what am I doing? And I called my dear friend Brian, who I hate to trigger him. His wife passed of cancer, but he always says he wished he could help me more than he could help her. You're just helpless. When a loved one has cancer, and call if you need anything. And he's literally over the hill for me. And I was desperate, and I just laid in bed crying all night after the physician exchange was useless, basically. And I told him, Brian, you have to get over here. I need the emergency room. I can't wait anymore. I can't stand it. And at that point, I was thinking I'll come to the hospital and die in dignity with pain medication and oxygen. And I don't have my cats, but I couldn't stand it anymore. I've never been on that level. Even with all these near-death experiences, I just couldn't take it. And I came in here, and the staff at Queens is amazing. I'm gonna start crying. Excuse me. They gave me so much love and care in every department. They always do. I've had 42 surgeries now. Most of them have been here because I've been here for 20 years. I had a handful on the mainland before I got here, and hands down, I had one at Straub once, and I did one at West once, and hands down, this place is just top of the line in every department, from housekeeping to admission to doctors, nurses, PT, OT, like everybody. It's a blessing here, and once again, they're keeping me alive, and I thank every single one of them and all of you for the love and support. Lose my voice again. Guess I'm crying. Just want to thank you for helping me, being my friend, and excuse me, letting you know, please don't ever give up. Have faith, have strong faith. God is watching you. People love you, and you will pull through. It's just another setback. I have to stay here for all the people that I've watched die and gone on before me and couldn't be here. I have to, and I will, and I am. I refuse. They'll have to take me to hospice. I refuse it. I'm going to do this again. And even though I spread more and more and more, and I get worse and worse, and I light up like a Christmas tree, I got a plan. God has a plan, and I got lots to do, and I got to finish my autobiography and my album this year, and I got too much to do. And if any of you want to join my online cancer support group, I run it, and I took over a while back after the other lady died, and I just want to give back and help people the way you helped me, and let you know that hang in there. We all love you, and thank you so much for loving me. If you want to reach out, I'll get back to you when I can. And I'm sorry this is such a long video. I'll log off and make another one later. I'm just sorry. I'm not trying to drone on. I just want to thank everybody from the deepest bottom of my heart. Really, a couple of times I didn't think I was going to make it, and you gave me the pep talk and told me, you've been through worse. You know, we've seen this. And some of the interns, because it looks so bad on paper, they don't know me. And they had me in the grave. And, you know, my old time doctors said, oh, come on, Jill. Yeah. And a lot of you. And I'm feeling a little better every day. And yeah, I'll be here for a while. They're still working on me. I need my will changed. Anyway, I got this great room. Look at this great room I have. Everything I need in here. I mean, I got a window. Oxygen. I'm going to get some more pain pills now and get back in bed. I haven't, but look at this place. I mean, it's really my home away from home in here. And thank you to Queens and staff. And I love all of you. And God bless you. Thank you so much for coming to see me and all the positivity. And I need to keep making plans for the future because I'm going to get out of here again eventually. And unfortunately, I'll be missing my cruise in 20 days. And, you know, I planned all year, practiced all year saying this cruise is going to be out of sight because I'm on board with Kids Dynamite. You know, but Jimmy Walker and Mickey Dolan's off to wait. I'll see them again. I gotta heal first. Stay alive, get out of here, get out of the nursing home, then have my home nurse, then however long that is, be back to me. And yeah, and I'm gonna travel again, and I'm not going anywhere. You know, cancer, it's terrible. It's strong. I'm stronger. I'm not letting it get me. I'm stronger. No, I put my foot down. So in this video with my mantra, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change having cancer. Courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm not dying. I will not die anytime soon. I refuse to die. Cancer, you can't have me. Not now and not ever. I have work and things to do here on earth. Operation Stay Alive. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So can you. So thanks everybody. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video. Sorry it was so long. I got a lot to say. I got my voice back. You know what it's like to be Italian and not be able to talk for a whole week. Surprised that didn't take me out. All right. Aloha. Peace. I love you guys. Hang in there. You can do it too.